So tonight I'd like to share with you one of my favorite hymns called Nearer My God to Thee. It was written by Sarah Flower Adams in the 1800s. It was set to a tune called Bethany. The big claim to fame for Nearer My God to Thee is it was supposedly the last song that was played by the band on the deck of the Titanic when it was sinking. So whenever I hear this song, I always think of just this mournful tune, played with a cello, just strumming along as people grieve those last moments. But the text is actually really about Jacob's ladder. And for a long time, whenever I would hear the story about Jacob's ladder, I would read it, I think, yeah, okay, so what? I mean, I guess it's kind of a big deal. You got this ladder thing, and you got angels going up and down. But at that point in time in the Old Testament, you're hearing God speak to people all the time. There's all this stuff about dreams, and so it doesn't seem all that spectacular. And it was really more recently in listening to a sermon by Tim Keller where I was acquainted with the idea that Christ is Jacob's ladder, that he is the bridge between heaven and earth. And that's really what this song is getting at, as it opens up the text. They're saying, even though it be a cross that raiseth me. And the interesting thing is that the ladder comes down from heaven. It doesn't go from earth up to heaven. It descends down from heaven as Christ descended down to us so that we can then be raised up with him. And when you also think about that time in Jacob's life where he had this dream and he saw the ladder, he was alone. He was all by himself. He was away from his family. He was heading out to get a wife and didn't know what he was going to find. And uncertain about his future, he'd just stolen his brother's birthright, and so he was afraid of the consequences thereof. And he, ends up, he's in the middle of nowhere, and he has to sleep with his head on a stone. And as he's having this dream, and God shows him the ladder and the angels descending and ascending, he says to Jacob, look, I'm here, I'm with you. This land is going to be yours. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to bless you. Through you, all nations will be blessed. And of course, he's talking about Jesus Christ. And what I love about, and there are a lot of verses in this song, there are 5 verses, but they all, you need them all to get the whole story. And my favorite is verse 4, where the lyrics say, so by my woes to be nearer my God to thee. That often it's in those worst moments or saddest hours where God is nearest to us and where he brings us that reassurance. So here is nearer my God to thee. Nearer my God. singing. Angels do beckon me, nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to thee. Then with my waking thoughts, bright with thy praise, out of my stony griefs, Bethel I raise. So by my woes to be nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God.